This is CNN Breaking News.
Hello, good morning. You join the Indonesia Breaking News broadcast with me, Nabila Hairunisa. Once again, we provide you with information that the fire occurred at the Pertamina Plumpang Depot in North Jakarta. For those of you who don't know, the Pertamina Plumpang Depot is close to densely populated settlements. And there are difficulties from the fire department, even though they are already able to access the fire point, which is currently still there, with 20 fire engines deployed to the location. There were victims who were also taken to the hospital. It was confirmed earlier that some of the victims were suspected of having died. And we will also continue to improve the information for you, and in it there are several things that are the cause of this fire. It still continues to happen at around 2011 or more than an hour. So there are a number of reasons, including the location, which is close to residence housing and also densely populated, and this is the video information that you can see what we get from social media. The media journalist Gunawan said that when he was at the location, he heard how loud the explosion occurred because it was also quite close. He also said earlier that traffic congestion also occurs around the area because the police are trying to close access to it to make it easier for both ambulance and fire racing cars to go to the location of the fire point, and so far we are still waiting for the latest information. And a little description for you, Depot Pertamina Plumpang had previously caught fire in 2009, and that time the fire also occurred at 21:20 West Indonesia time. There was a fire that occurred on January 18, 2010. At that time, the fire raged for about 10 hours, but did not cause any casualties. Meanwhile, for the fire this time, there were around 20 fire engines. The difficulties include access to the fire point and then access to water source or a hydrant because the surroundings are densely populated settlements. You can see the picture there. There was a sound of a loud explosion. Yeah, and the explosion was the first explosion. And for sure, when we talked with our colleague Gunawan Sugro at the location, we also heard an explosion again. We'll see if, for example, from this video you can see that the panic of the residents to go in the opposite direction from the source of the fire or the source of the explosion. From the information above, about 10 minutes ago from our colleague Gunawan, the electricity around the location is still on, so this also makes it difficult for the firefighters to be able to arrive at the location because of course it is very dangerous. Yeah, and we have received a statement from the regional Pertamina manager area JBB saying that there was indeed a fire incident in the fuel receiving pipe at the terminal BBM Jakarta Plumpang. Is currently carrying out efforts to deal with and evacuate workers and residents around the location and coordinate with all related parties, Pertamina Commerce Party for the western part of Java region, to make every effort to deal with incidents that are happening at this time. So far from several statements conveyed by the fuel pipe or pipe that caught fire at the Pertamina depot in Plumpang, but we are of course still waiting for further information because that conclusion is of course too fast to draw a conclusion because the firefighters still can reach the point of fire head of the DKI Jakarta Fire and Rescue Service. Satriadi Gunawan said that his party has deployed fire engines to extinguish the fire. Until now, there have been around 20 units and also 90 personnel deployed there to approach the location, precisely on Tanah Merah Bawah Street neighborhood 1209 Yurwan Village, South Rawabadak District, Koja.